From Bardstown, Kentucky, Jessie Jones.
What about her, y'all? I am the Baroness of Bardstown, the one who is making wrestling great again and women of wrestling. And if you don't like that, read my lips. You can kiss my grits because I don't give a.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Mike Grand Show, and today's special guest is from WOW, Women of Wrestling, Jessie Jones. Hey Jessie, how are you?
Oh, I can't complain. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. Thanks for joining us here today.
You're welcome.
So now, what I want to know is, how did you get started in wrestling?
I got started in wrestling originally by somebody that I met. They did it and took me to a show, and I was like, I'm going to do this. You're going to teach me how to do this. And it was literally, the ball got rolling downhill and never stopped.
What did you like about wrestling? What appealed to you?
I love everything about wrestling. Everything. I love the athleticism. I love the showmanship. I love the good versus evil. I love the characters. I have been a huge wrestling fan since I was a child.
Did you grow up watching Glow, Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling?
No, I didn't grow up watching it. It was a little bit before my time. I did watch it eventually as I was, honing in my craft and studying tape. And, you study your past to dictate your future. I grew up and first starting watching the Attitude Era from WWE.
Was there any particular wrestler that you really admired or that you studied?
I was a big fan of Stone Cold. As far as like admiring, when it comes to studying wrestlers, I studied Sherry Martel, Susan Green. I studied all of the older women, Candy Divine, Medusa, like Luna Vachon. Like these are the people who I studied. Fabulous Moolah,
Who trained you to wrestle?
I was originally started training with Moondog Fifi, Diane von Hoffman. I was then taken, after like training at a few small companies, I was taken under the wing of Tracy Smothers. Selena Majors is my family. I was sent down to live with her and train in Georgia. I trained with Mickey Knuckles, who was the queen of the death match and is still one of the top women wrestlers in the world today. I was trained by Chris Hero. If you watch him on NXT, you would see Cassius Ohno. I went to Brian Knobs' school down in Orlando, and I also was trained by Danny Davis and Al Snow at Ohio Valley Wrestling.
What is your favorite move to do in the ring?
Oh, my signature armbar.
And what does that do to your opponents when you get them in that armbar?
Well, they either tap out or I dislocate their shoulder.
I wouldn't want that to happen to me, so they better behave in the ring. Behave when you're in there with Jessie Jones. How did you get started in WOW, Women of Wrestling?
I was actually, like I said, Selena Majors is my family, and she called me in because she was having some issues with the girls that were there on the roster, their lack of respect for the business and for the art. And she called me in to help her out with some issues that she was having with some of the girls. And I believe that was 2013.
Yes, and then you worked very closely with Selena. And then Selena left for a little while, correct? And then you were training somebody by the name of Jamie Lynn?
If left, you mean she completely turned her back on me after I traveled across the country to help her and do everything that she asked. And she said that she couldn't take the lack of respect in people paying dues. And then she brings me some young kid who really doesn't give a crap about wrestling and then asked me to train her, then yeah.
And also, so you guys, you were all about respect, and now though, you know, you left her and the Southern Pride, and now you're parts of Grits and Glam, correct?
Well, I didn't leave her, she left me, and I found someone on the roster, Amber O'Neill, who has just as much experience in this business and respect for it as I do, and we decided to form Grits and Glam because between the two of us we have almost 40 years of experience, and there's literally nobody in that locker room who can hold a candle to us.
So tell us what's the best part about working with Amber O'Neill.
Amber O'Neill, besides the fact that she is very, very experienced and technically sound, the best part is she knows what it takes to get the job done and isn't afraid to do it. And like me, she's not trying to politic or make anybody's favorite list to get the win and get the titles.
Tell us what respect in the business means to you.
It means you respect those who came before you. It means you know the history of wrestling. It means you are not there to, oh, I just want to be on TV, or I just want to look cool or pretty in front of my friends. You're there to wrestle. You're there to fight. You're there to win championships. You're there, you pay your dues. You train hard. You work hard. You earn your spot, which I'm going to go ahead and say that 95% of the WoW roster has not done.
And to prove your point, you are undefeated in the ring in singles competition, and you have went through many opponents. I'm going to name some of those opponents right now, and I want you to tell me just a little bit about maybe the match or what it was like working with them and how you taught them respect. So the first one is going to be Abilene Maverick.
Oh, yes, the spoiled little governor's daughter from Texas. Her idea of respect is not spitting or whatever it is that I do. She didn't like my character flaws, but she couldn't argue with my training in the ring, whereas I'm there to fight. I ain't there to look pretty. That girl was more worried about her hair extensions in the back than the opponent she was about to face in the ring. I was in the back. I was warming up. I was doing squats, shadow boxing, stretching, getting ready. She's like, does my hair look okay? So I think I taught her a little lesson in respecting her opponent.
Azteca.
Speedy Gonzalez. Yeah, she has potential to do something, but she's another one of those. She's not just like every other opponent that I've had. She's more concerned with the popularity contest with the fans and the people in charge in the back than getting the job done in the ring.
Chantilly Cella.
Chantilly Cella. All right. That girl needs to put on at least 20 pounds before she could even really consider ever being a viable competitor against myself. And she's more worried about her little party going woo woo or whatever it is, her dance going to the ring and her purple hair than training and being prepared, which is probably why I beat her in what, less than 5 minutes?
Fire.
Fire has great potential. However, she's young and dumb in the fact that she doesn't study her opponents. She just goes in there and flies by the seat of her pants. And when you're going up against somebody like myself, who has 13 more years experience than her, you can be guaranteed I watched everything that I could find on her on every source possible. So I knew what she was coming with before she came with it. You could tell she obviously was not ready for my signature armbar, and all you have to do is watch one match and see that I'm going to get a hold of your arm, break it down, and then put you in my arm bar and dislocate your shoulder if you don't tap out. Maybe if she spent a little more time training and watching videos, she would have been prepared for that. She has great potential, but she's still young and naive as to what she needs to do to prepare for matches and opponents.
Now she has a tag team partner, Adrenaline, and you and Amber went against them for the WoW Tag Team Tournament, but unfortunately, that was your only loss. What happened there?
What happened? You watched it. Those stupid twins stole our boots. So we went into this match handicapped. And if you saw, at one point in time, I had Adrenaline down and in my arm bar. And had I had my boots with traction on the mat, she wouldn't have been able to pull my foot out and get herself out of that arm bar. She would have tapped. What happened was I got thrown onto the apron, and upon landing, because I did not have my boots, twisted my ankle. When Amber came in, because she did not have her boots, they were able to beat her with an ankle lock. If you don't have the required equipment, you should not be forced to compete. David McLean forced us to compete. I'm pretty sure he probably put those little twins up to it too.
Well, what are your thoughts on David McLean doing that to you? Did you have any words with him after the match about that?
Oh, I've had plenty of words with David McLean, and I ain't done with him neither. And as far as I'm concerned, I might be hiring legal counsel from the Sofia Lopez about him forcing us to compete in dangerous conditions, because I'm pretty sure they ain't going to let a football player play without a helmet, right? So you're going to make a wrestler compete without boots?
Yes, that's correct. Now, do you see a rematch in the future against Fire and Adrenaline to get those tag team titles?
Well, there will either be a rematch in the future for us to get our tag team titles, and if they're fighting champions, they know they didn't beat us. They didn't beat us at our best. They beat us at a handicap. So if they have any honor as champions, they're just going to give us a rematch for the titles. And if they don't give us a rematch for the titles, then David is going to give us a rematch for the titles, or David is going to have a lawsuit. Rematch or lawsuit. Up to them.
And somebody else who's also undefeated, like you said, I mean, Sofia Lopez, she's excellent in the courtroom.
Yeah, she's excellent in the courtroom. Let's just make sure that we understand that she is a lawyer and an assistant. She is not a wrestler.
So now, is there anybody that has earned your respect in WoW?
Very few. Tessa Blanchard has earned my respect, kind of. I think a lot of her opportunities came to her from her name and not from the work she did to get there. However, she has worked hard. She's trained everywhere, and she has shown that she is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Jessica Havoc and her partner Hazard, they have my respect. And Amber O'Neal. That'd be about it.
What are your thoughts on the current champion, the Beast?
She ain't been hunted yet.
You plan on challenging her?
Am I challenging her? I do believe I'm the only person who's undefeated on the roster other than her. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm the rightful number one contender anyways, because I'm undefeated in singles competition, and the only losses that are on my record, I was not the person whose shoulders were pinned nor tapped out.
What has to change in WoW so that there's respect across the board? What do you see as the thing that has to change?
Those girls need to pay their dues. I think they should be setting up the ring. I think they should be cleaning up the locker room. I think they should be doing mandatory training. I mean, or don't, because them not training just makes it that much easier for me to break their arm.
What type of match would you like to see in WoW that you have not seen yet?
As far as I'm concerned, a match is a match. It's just special stipulations. I don't really give a hoot. They could do a dog collar match. They could do a four corners match. I'm not really that picky. I don't care. I will compete in any match and destroy any opponent put up against me.
Is there any opponent that's on the roster now that you haven't wrestled that you want to get in the ring with?
Well, the Beast, because I'd like a shot at that title. And that's about it. Any one of them dumb girls who are down there messing with their makeup and hair instead of stretching and getting ready for their competition. But that's not because I want to wrestle them. I just want to teach them a lesson.
And as far as other women's promotions that are out there, why is WoW the best women's promotion? And who do you want to challenge from any other women's promotion to get in the ring with you?
I will literally challenge anybody from anywhere. And WoW is better just because they're better. Just because they are. Just because I am there and I am making wrestling great again there. And once I'm finished there, I might go somewhere else and do the same thing. I'm a woman on a mission.
What are a couple things that maybe fans wouldn't know about you that would be interesting to learn about you?
I like dogs better than people, but they probably guess that. No, I'm pretty cut and dry. I'm a simple, small town redneck who likes to fish, hunt, and wrestle. That's it.
Okay, and then now what we're going to do is we're going to play the lightning round, where I'm going to name you a couple things and you tell me which one you prefer. So the first thing is, do you prefer daytime or nighttime?
Daytime.
Hot chocolate or coffee?
Neither.
Love or money?
Love.
Books or magazines?
Books.
The 80s or the 90s?
The 90s. Coming down here in Bardstown.
Frozen yogurt or ice cream?
Neither.
Ketchup or mustard?
Mustard.
Puzzles or board games?
What was that?
Puzzles or board games?
Board games.
Roller skates or a bicycle?
Ooh, both.
Cars or trucks?
Trucks.
Garth Brooks or Kenny Chesney?
I like them both.
Ping pong or air hockey?
Ping pong, so when somebody makes me mad, I can hit them with the paddle.
And is there anything that you would like to tell the fans who are watching this today?
Make sure you tune into WoW. We're in between seasons, but we're coming back, and we're coming back strong. And you never know what you're going to see, who you're going to see, or what they're going to do.
And if somebody wanted to get in contact with you, how can they follow you on social media?
You can follow me on Instagram. I think it's Jessie Bell 1985.
Okay, so we will put that up at the end of the broadcast. And thank you so much for watching the show today. Thank you so much for being here today, Jessie.
You're very welcome.
Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll talk to you all soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.